Hi everyone, this is That's So Random. I'm Erin, and I'm going to work on some, UFO projects. I think, I'm just, you know. So I have these hams that, a ham and a sausage that I have not completed. I've only had the one back there. The skirt that I made in November that didn't turn out right, and these shorts that we're going to start off with. I made these shorts. I know they're really big. I made these shorts last 2 years ago now. 2 years ago. So in 2018, I made these shorts. And I never put a waistband in them because I didn't have enough elastic at the time. Little did we know we would run out of elastic during the pandemic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hem the top edge to create a casing, keeping an edge open in the back, feeding elastic through that's measured to my waist, and then sewing that up. I'm going to start off with the sausage. The sausage, I'm just going to do a ladder stitch. And the ham, I still have to finish stuffing. Once I finish stuffing, then I can also do a ladder stitch on it. Last, we're going to do the skirt. I love the skirt. I love the back essentially, but the front needs so the front needs to be clipped, so I have to clip the front to match up with the side. The zipper has to be taken out and re-put in, and I want to take some of the extra fabric from the bodice and create pockets. So yeah. First thing, I'm going to take and fold the top over 1/2 inch, iron it down, and then sew around, leaving the back open about 5 inches. And then I'm going to take a piece of elastic, wrap it around where it's gonna sit, make it a little bit smaller, and then feed that through, making sure that I have 2 safety pins, one holding the elastic to the shorts and the other just feeding it through. Once both are through, I'm going to put them together, zigzag them together, pull them to get them in the casing, and then seal the casing. The big ham, I am filling it with cage material for small animals. I'm trying to get into the corners to really make it stiff and strong to hold its shape. Once it's done that, I'm making sure that I pin the edge because it's gaping. Pin the edge and doing a ladder stitch back and forth, catching both sides to pull it tight and close it up. Sausage, since it's already stuffed, I'm carefully pinning it closed to try and make sure that I have a nice edge to close it. I like to take my needle with my thread and go in that hole and down a little bit past the stitching, so I get a little bit more security because of this being an open edge and I can't run it through my sewing machine. So I go up from one side and then I go cross over and take my needle and slightly poke it through and out, and then go across from that one back to the other side. Do the same thing where I go in and slightly poke it out and then cross back and forth to create the ladder stitch. And then go also past the point for the other side again because I want to make sure it's secure and doesn't come undone. So for the skirt, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take out the zipper because I didn't know how to sew in a visible zipper at the time. I did not sew it in right. I have a giant gaping hole in it, and it also buckles in one little spot in the front, no, in the back of the skirt, but it's still in an area where you can notice it. So once the zipper is out, I'm gonna leave it out for now because I want to put the pockets in, and I want to do the little pockets that just sit right on top. I probably will make them, I want to make them big enough to stick my phone in, but I haven't figured that out yet. I'm still, so yeah, so I'm creating the design of the pocket, figuring out what would look best at the front, and stitching down, taking the pockets that I've cut out, fold in the edges, and iron them down so that I can stitch, so I'm taking the pockets, I'm folding all the edges down, taking the top edge and stitching that right now. Then taking the pocket and pinning it to the skirt in the position I like. So I'm wearing the skirt to figure out where I want the pocket. Carefully pinning it, not poking myself, which probably did anyways because I always seem to poke myself. Probably not a good hobby to have if you ask me. I'm always getting hurt. And then I stitch down the pocket starting at the top and really securing that edge as best as I can, going down, pivoting, going across the bottom, pivoting, coming back up, and again securing the top. I'm going to put the zipper in now, put the zipper back in the right way, where you take the zipper and you put it in a little differently than you think. You take the edge that I thought you could fold it over and all that stuff, but you really can't. I thought you could do it like a regular zipper, and I learned on the Christmas dress, linked if you would like to see that afterwards. You have to put it in an opposite way, I guess. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You're supposed to have the direction you want, essentially putting it on the opposite side, kind of, sort of, so it'll flip back, because what I did was if you saw the November one, you saw what I did, where I folded over like it was a regular zipper and stitched in that way, and it was lumpy and bumpy, and so the zipper's perfectly put in now, not worrying about it. I'm putting on the skirt and pinning it a little bit in the area where I need to cut it, so then I can pin. And so after I cut the piece in the front, I can then go and hem, fold up everything and hem the skirt to sit in a nice hem and not fray. I still have the lining left over. You know, it's not see-through and it's not itchy. So lining's one of those things where, you know, if I put it in, I put it in. If I don't, I don't. I'm just gonna kind of leave it for now, and if I put a lining in, I put a lining in. So that is all my projects, and you can see how much better little fixes do. So essentially that's what this is it's me finishing all my things that I kind of didn't have not the opportunity, but the will to do, because you always start a project and then it goes wrong and then you just like give up on it. That's essentially what I wanted to do today, which is fixing outfits and things that I started and I didn't want to get rid of. So next video is out in 2 weeks. If you would like to stick around and see that video, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this video, you can hit the like. Comment any ideas that you think I should try, because this is a channel where I kind of make things for myself, but I don't have a specific look yet. I'm still working on my look. Yeah, so